You're listening to the Free to Be Mindful podcast, which provides bite-sized tips for busy parents, educators, and anyone working with kids. These real talk conversations focus on mindful living, mental health, and personal growth, helping all to learn, grow, and inspire with mindfulness in mind. I'm your host, Vanessa de Jesus Guzman, educator, licensed professional counselor, entrepreneur, and mom. I'm passionate about helping folks live life with peace of mind and ease of heart while not losing their, well, you know, here we go. Have you ever tried to practice meditation but have no idea if it's working or even if you're doing it right? Wouldn't it be awesome if there was something to let you know when you're in the zone, to let you know to do more of that? Well, there is something that does exactly that. It's called Muse. Muse is a brain sensing headband that helps you find more calm, sharper focus, and better sleep. It does this by measuring your brain waves and lets you know exactly when you're in a meditative state. It's an awesome tool for kids and for adults alike. You can get 15% off any Muse product by clicking the link in the show notes below. Check them out at choosemuse.com. And again, don't forget to use that link for 15% discount at checkout. Hi, and welcome back to the Free to Be Mindful podcast. I hope that you're feeling good, looking good, and doing better in this world than you were yesterday. So as a reminder, if the guided meditations at the end of the weekly episodes are not enough for you, you can always join me every Tuesday evening from 9 to 9:30 Eastern Standard Time with the group Mindfulness for People of Color, where we see you because we are you. We spend 30 minutes in community and doing a guided meditation on Zoom, cameras on or cameras off, and that can give you an extra boost that you may need throughout the week to get your meditation practice on if that's what you're looking for. So if you'd like to learn more, feel free to swipe up to the show notes and you can find the link there. So this week, I really want to spend some time talking about celebrating the life that you have. And not the life that you want to have, not the life that you're still wishing for, but the life that you have in this very moment. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this topic is because it's my birthday month. So I am in celebration mode. But just recently, I was walking along the Hudson River. As you may know, I live very close to New York City. So I was walking along the Hudson River and just looking at the stars at night, walking around with my husband, my son, and my puppy. And in that very moment, I was taking in the smell from the river, as it's not always fantastic, but I was taking in the smell. I was taking in the light autumn breeze. I was taking in the stars up above, which we can't see too many because of all the phenomenal lights right from the city, so close that you can touch it. And at that moment, I thought to myself, everything I ever wished for, I have. And that doesn't mean that I have the most perfect life. And that doesn't mean that I am not working toward things that I still want to achieve. But in that very moment, things were perfect. And I ask you, how often do we have those thoughts? How often can we truly say, what a perfect moment? Or I wish I can, hold this moment in my mind forever. And really, when we think about it as humans, and yes, now we have a much longer lifespan than we used to, centuries ago. But when we really think about it, sometimes we spend more time talking about the negative and complaining and venting than we do in truly taking in the moments that maybe it's not a graduation or a celebration or a party of some sorts, but just those small moments that seem so insignificant, but that mean so very much. So we all know people who, I feel bad for the name Debbie sometimes because we call them Debbie Downers or negative Nancy's. I'm sure Debbie's and Nancy's out there are wonderful people. So I'm sorry that your names are used in this way. But we all know some folks that sometimes fit into this box, so to speak, where they vent and they complain, and there's always a lot of negativity to say. And this isn't to say that we can't vent or complain. That's very important sometimes to get things off of your chest. But this is to say that while we do that, right, I call it a big dump, while we dump those feelings out, we then want to put as much effort into thinking for the positives. I like to call it the at least phrases or the silver linings, right? So this bad thing happens, but at least, and fill in the blank. Because when we think more positively, we find more positive things out there. And when we take the time to celebrate more things, then more celebrations come into our lives. It's so easy to get caught up on the bills and the to-do lists and the things that we have to do, not only in our personal lives, but then also in our work lives. And again, there's nothing wrong with this matter of thinking, but we just have to make sure that we're able to balance it out. We've talked about before how in the United States specifically, we have a real hustle mentality when compared to other countries. And other countries take their siestas. Other countries have weeks upon weeks of paid vacation time. Where here in the United States, we don't quite have that. And sometimes when that's not readily available to us, then we have to make the most of what we have and make and create those spaces ourselves, not only just because, but truly for our mental well being. That's part of mental wellness. And just as we take care of our bodies physically, it's so very important to take care of our bodies mentally as well, so that we can be the best versions of ourselves during the short time that we have on this earth. And maybe I have these thoughts because I'm getting older. And as we see older, like 80s, 90s pass away, we always get sad because it's always sad to see somebody leave this earth in physical form. But when we see people pass away at a much younger age, that's when it kind of settles in of, wow, they maybe didn't even get to live the second half of their life. And now they no longer have the opportunity to do so. And I will say that being a type A, being a perfectionist, having a super strong work ethic, I always see things from the aspect of what else is there to do and how can I improve something? What's the next thing I want to achieve? Or how can I make life better for somebody else? How can I make something simpler for others? And while, yes, that is very admirable, I would say, and I do like to function in that way, we do want to also think about, why is it that we're always working? Because it can be commended, of course, to work and to retire until you're 60, 65 years old. But do we really have to wait until we're 60 or 65 to retire? I mean, according to some state pensions, we do. But is that the age that we should really start living our life? Is that the age where we should start to travel? Is that the age where we can start enjoying the things that we couldn't because we were working or raising our families or building an empire? Or can we make space to do those things throughout our lifespan and not just toward the end? Because we deserve to have celebrations in our lives. We deserve to be celebrated, and we deserve to relax just as hard as we work. And it's important to keep in mind that the aspect of mindfulness isn't just stilling the mind or isn't just sitting still in a quiet place and trying to think of nothing. The aspect of mindfulness is really creating the space to get to know yourself better, which is why when describing what mindfulness is, I always say the phrase, not only paying attention to the right here and right now, but I always include the phrase with kindness and with curiosity. Because when we make this space, we are not only kinder to others, but we can be kinder to ourselves. And we create the space for curiosity to see what else is there out there? What else can we offer to all of the people out there? And that is a big part of mindfulness, because if we're always moving and doing and hustling and bustling, then we don't have that quiet time and that space to think, well, what do I want to do next? What do I want to work toward? Am I really happy where I am? And what can I do next? And that's something that the practice of mindfulness can offer. So I encourage you, if there's something that you haven't done, if there's something that you're putting off, if there's something that you're thinking you want to do, but then are clouded with the idea of, I shouldn't do it yet, or I don't deserve to do that yet, or that would be a big celebration and I'm not there yet. First, kudos for using the word yet and knowing that you will get there someday. But why put those celebrations off? Do those things right now, today, for tomorrow is not guaranteed. And regardless of state of health, regardless of where you thought your life would be and where you are right now, you deserve all good things on this earth. And if they don't come so naturally, create the space and make the space to find them, and then to celebrate others, to celebrate life, and to celebrate yourself. Celebrate the amazing talents that you possess. Celebrate all you bring onto this earth, and not just on special occasions, but take many celebrations every single day. You woke up, celebrate it. You fixed your bed or didn't, celebrate it. You're able to get out of bed. You walk the dog, celebration. You made dinner, another celebration. All of these many things throughout the day are things that we do conquer and deserve to be celebrated. And the more that you do that, when you lay your head back on your pillow at night, you'll see how full your heart can still feel. Remember, you deserve it. Not only on your birthday month, not only for a special occasion, but each and every day. So right now, regardless of where you are or what you're doing, breathe in the way that's most comfortable to you. And I'd like for you to take a look around the space that you're in this very moment. Take in the sights, the smells, the colors. And after taking everything in, think to yourself at least 3 to 5 positive things that you see. Perhaps from your car as you're listening to this in traffic, maybe from your sink as you're washing dishes or preparing dinner, or even on your walk. Sometimes our minds are so primed to look for negatives that we really have to put effort forth and look for the positive things. So take this moment, find 3 to 5 positive things, and I hope that it's able to bring a smile to your face. And as you look at these positive things and take in any positive events or sights or smells that you come across, know that with every breath in of positivity you take, you can always put positive back out there into the world. With your smile, with your kind heart, with your actions, and with just you being. Have a great week. I hope you enjoyed this week's show. It would mean a ton if you took this moment to review the Free to Be Mindful podcast on the platform you catch your favorite shows. That quick and easy act lets me know what you enjoy, and it helps others find the podcast too. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you can listen along next week. In the meantime, I welcome you to catch me on social media at Counselor V de Jesus. And as always, remember, in a world where you are free to be anything that you want to be, you are always free to be mindful. Catch you next week.